What if our cell phones are trying to teach us how to operate in life? Hey, Jason, if you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Johannesburg, showing you how beautiful it is here, how safe, how great of an area, especially here in CBD. And you've been seeing me talk about success, what it is, and how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on: happiness, health, and wealth. And so today I want to talk about, like, I think a lot of times the universe gives us the answers to our problems, and because it's not exactly how we want it, we get a little upset sometimes. And so, like, think about it from your cell phone. Have you ever had a cell phone where after a while you had to upgrade it or get a new one? And sometimes that's like our life. We hit these stuck points in life, and we need to start upgrading the way we think or change our life altogether. And it's uncomfortable. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, you're talking to someone who's been now I'm in the continent of Africa. I'm in the third country that I'm living in so far, and I'm continuing to travel and live this nomadic life. And a lot of people on the outside looking in, they're like, "Yo, I want that," but they're not willing to upgrade their lives to do it or change certain things out of their lives to make it happen. And this is one of the things that most people don't understand. Like, the life that you want is never going to come to you. You must grow into that life. You must create the space inside of you to be that person. And I'll just give you this, like, some of the what some people would consider hardships that I have to learn to embrace and, like, get enjoyment out of. Like, I have to leave the country tomorrow. I have to leave South Africa so I can do a border run and reset my visa. Now, mind you, I have a place here that I live in full time. I have a year lease, internet, all of these things. Those bills don't stop coming. Like, just because the government said, "Hey, you need to leave," I still have bills that I pay every month. And so think about it. Like, now I have to leave, go to another country. I'm gonna stay in that country for a few days, and that means now I'm holding on to two households in the same month. And it wasn't like it was a scheduled or saved for vacation. Like, a lot of people would be like upset, pissed off, or just like, "Yo, I can't handle that problem. I can't do that." And you have to embrace it. Like, think about it from this perspective. Most people, especially if you're an immigrant or you immigrated to another country or seen that process firsthand, you do not want to go through that process. That's my everyday life, is dealing with immigration, every couple of months. Like, I'm going to have to deal with immigration at the border tomorrow, which I think is going to go very smooth. I have to look at different countries that I can go to, whether I need a visa, need this thing for there. Like, there's all these different things that come with this lifestyle. And then on top of that, like, I have to make sure the banking system in these countries speak to American banks. Like, think about that. Like, if all your cash is just cut off because you're in a country that they don't speak. And that was one of the things in Colombia. Like, when I first moved there in Colombia, like, it was some banks you can't use because the American banks do not talk to them, and some banks you can use. Like, you have to figure these things out, and sometimes it's complicated, man. Like, so many times people think it's just black and white in every country, and the truth is, it's not black and white at all. It's tons of gray area, and there's levels to that gray area. It can get really gray, and it's light and dark on both sides. And so with that, like, you want to start embracing the person that you want to become. Like, the person I am now, I couldn't be this person. I wasn't this person 5 or 6 years ago when I first started traveling. Like, it was, I had to progressively become this person. That's how I became successful at it. It was some heartaches the first times when I was doing it. It was times where I was losing my mind, acting silly, responding to people, reacting to people instead of responding like a civilized person. And as I started learning that over the time, I became a better nomadic traveler. Like, it wasn't in my genes. I didn't come from family that traveled. I come from the inner, well, not the inner cities, but Oak Cliff, Texas, Redbird, lived there, and then we finally moved to the suburbs. None of that says nomadic traveler, people who are living all these adventurous lives like what I'm doing now. So I had to become this person. I had to learn how to budget to be this person. And so really think about that. Like, who do you want to be? What do you want in your life? What type of lifestyle do you want to live? Where do you want to live? So many people say like, oh, I want to go to America. America's a big country. There's what, 50 or 51 states? I don't know how many there are now. But however many, like each state is a different country. Where do you want to go in America? What city do you want to go to? Like these are the things that we have to start asking ourselves to get the answers so we can start understanding how to become that person. Just give an example, like a person living in New York City, that's a totally different lifestyle than someone who's living in Dallas, Texas. Night and day. Like from the living standards, the cost of living, the amount of money you can make, all of those things fluctuate. So like really start understanding who do you want to be. And this is something that I ask myself on a daily basis, like who do I want to be today? Can I become better at being this person? How can I be a better vibration, a stronger vibration of the Jason that I want to show up in this world? And when I do that, that's how I get the answers. Sometimes it's through meditation, sometimes through walking around CBD, and sometimes just friends that come talk to me and drop some gems on me, don't even realize it, and I'm taking notes from them while they're saying they're taking notes from me. Like this is how life works. Like you have to expand and upgrade to the person that you want to be, and then eventually you just realize you've changed. It's like going from someone who's an Android person and you change to an iPhone. You just look back and you're like, yo, I can't do that anymore. Or the vice versa. You're an iPhone person that switches to Android like I did. And I look back at iPhone, now I look at iPhone stuff and I'm like, I can't do that no more. I'm a changed person. Like it's levels to it. And so hope you got some value from it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and also share this video with others so they can start understanding like, hey, you're not alone in this journey. And there's other people all across the world that are going through issues, that are changing their lives, that are figuring this out also. Because it's not just the way we think it look, or like back in the ancient Greeks where it was Hippocrates and all them talking around the Colosseum. Like there's still people doing this today. And so just sharing is caring. So have a great day and I'll see you tomorrow.